Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm your host, Tennessee's Daughter. If you're new to my channel, I do encourage you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out all my older videos. Get familiar with my energy. To my wildflowers, hey y'all. So your girl is about to get ready to go to bed, honey. But I was digging through my work bag for something and ended up coming across my handy dandy notebook and decided I was going to share another short story with you guys. Now y'all know I already did one video and I posted it on the channel. It is titled One Day at a Time. You guys can find it somewhere in the playlist. I just can't remember exactly where I put it at. Anywho, I do encourage you guys to comment and like the video. Show your girl some love. All love is deeply and greatly appreciated. Also, you can find my self-published book on Amazon.com titled One Woman's Work by Nicole Antoinette. All this information is in my About You section on the channel itself. And so, without any further ado, I want to share with you guys this short story that I wrote last May. It is titled A Narc at the Door. So, narc is spelled N-A-R-C. How are you, Miss Reynolds? Nolan said to me after I answered his call. I'm well, I reluctantly replied, being that most of his calls are mainly about him. I can't recall one time where he showed back up in my life and actually handled me with care. I know my time with him is coming to an end. If only my empathetic nature would agree long enough to allow that separation to happen. Nolan's energy is exhausting. He's become so much of a nuisance that I've titled his entire physical existence an element. The greater parts of him have been shattered. Oddly enough, he doesn't even know it. Are you home? He asked before I had a chance to share with him that I was still at work, but available to meet him one of the 2 days over the weekend. Like clockwork, he's angered. Nolan proceeds to share with me how busy he plans to be over the weekend and that he couldn't guarantee me any of his time. I mean, maybe that wasn't his exact words, but it's definitely the way it sounded to me. If I didn't know any better, I would say he acts as though he's the prize. His pattern has always been the same, but so has my response to him. He doesn't reach out for 2 to 3 weeks at a time, but per usual, I wait around for him to reappear. Neither of us mention his manic behaviors. Things weren't always this way, but then again, you don't truly know a person without consistent interactions. Nolan's habit of coming and going in and out of my life with no regards to the highs and lows that came from engaging with him had depleted me. If the devil came to kill, steal, and destroy everything in his wake, then Nolan was surely a close relative. I learned a lot from you, I would say to him during the times where things were somewhat good between us. What he didn't know was the knowledge I had acquired came after I was in search of an explanation as to why he was wired for detriment. His compliments to me dwindled after our first intimate encounter. That entire experience was also unusually different from anything I thought I knew. Stop, what are you trying to do? Have a wedding? He would say to me in the middle of us doing the do. Are you done yet? He mentioned one other time, acting as though he was very uninterested in my performance. As handsome as I thought he was becoming more unattractive to me as the months rolled by. My closest friend, Lila, didn't understand my reasons for keeping in touch with him. She often reminded me how I could do better. He's not even your type, Nina. He doesn't even come around the people you love. Shouldn't I say enough? Although her words were said in honesty and in truth, heeding her advice was just not something I was ready to do. Nolan needs me, I would say to myself. I'm the only reflection of hope and light he has access to. This was my way of comforting myself. None of my reasons for continuing my connection with him would ever change the way he handled me. Nolan is damaged goods, and whether or not he believes that his irretractable doings are damaging to himself and others, it doesn't change the truth. Sometimes in love, there's a knock at the door, and other times, that knock may be coming from a narc.